Hello everybody, welcome back. So, less than 2 weeks left before another qualifications to the Esport Cup in the Saudi Arabic, where I gonna play and try to qualify it. So, we need to be in a very good form when tournament will start. I just decide make the preparation on a stream, and we're gonna stream and just prepare my exercises, analyze the chess games, also make puzzles, like just preparation before a tournament. I just set it this road like 3200. Doesn't mean I will play right now just a lot of games. Let's choose the opening which you wants to analyze a little bit. I think it's good to French, as I mentioned it earlier in stream. As I said, I had the problems with French. So, I don't know what to play against French. Everything what I'm playing, I am not happy of that position, which I actually I haven't. So, maybe we will try to find something against French. Okay, so we have a database right now. It's a lot of games here. We decided to see the French. You can try to find any of players. Just press the players. Who you want to find. Let me find myself. How many games do I have? I have 5,418 games, and all this stuff is because that a lot of games in the title Tuesday. You can press date and new games. You can see that all of them, it's just my games against entitled Tuesdays. So too many. We can see just too many of them. So what we're gonna do? We open the board. I pressed it. You had to see. Then we just make a couple moves. E4, E6. What we're gonna watch? E4, E6. Which position we are interested in? I think we have to just see this position, because I don't like to all that stuff like knight f3, just I don't remember how does it even name this. It's a gambit, so we don't want to look at them. We will see just d4, d5. Okay, just minimize this, go back to database, mega database. Then you have to go to the games, make filter list, advanced, then position, copy board. That's what he had, and we just get the filter. So what we need is slow chess. We don't need a Blitz chess. I mean, we can watch them, but it's gonna be a lot of title Tuesday, so we don't want to them. Also, let's do the rating. I think it's 2400 is good. 24 and both. Both will be 24 and higher. And press OK. What is search booster? And we can see games. How many will be games? A lot of games, of course. I'm not surprised. Then we open all of them and open it like a book. Wait, what just happened? What? Okay, it's a little bit slow. Something too slow. Just base, just too slow. Okay, let me show you. Another window. And that's what we got. 16,000 games. So we could see what's the most popular, what's how many percent of winning, which last games, who played against. You could everything. You can see it here, and even At small board, you don't see that there, but it's there. Small board we have on our right. Yeah. So let's choose the line. Why we have Martinez against Bortnyk if I never played slow chess against him? Wait, slow chess, is a repeat included? I don't know. But it's weird. So maybe some games from Title Tuesday still here. I don't know. Okay, knight c3. A little bit slow. I don't understand. It has to be just like immediately show us. It's a little bit slow. Maybe it's because I have everything open. And which move we want to see? So let's watch the knight f6, for example. No, let's watch bishop b4. Okay. Why is some Title Tuesday game still here? I don't understand that. Also, we can add even engine here. Just press add kibitzer and you will add engine. Okay, queen d3, it's what I'm playing, queen d3. We can probably will be here our games. Of course, it's Bortnyk. It's only Bortnyk played that shit. Look at this. How many Bortnyk played that time? Unbelievable. Oh, Martinez this also played. 2021. He lost a lot of games. Oh, Andreikin played it in classical chess. Andreikin Ivanchuk, look. Game Andreikin Ivanchuk. And we can see on the mini board that game. Oh, that's awesome. On the mini board, you can see the game. You can see that on a mini board. You can see a game. That's Andreikin against Ivanchuk. Oh, that's Title Tuesday. Damn it! Why we have Title Tuesday games here? I don't want to Title Tuesday games. So you can just watch any of these games. By the way, we don't need it Queen D3 because be honest, Queen D3 is not good opening. Which line we need? It just E5. And against E5, 1393 played C5. So which is main, of course, move. Savian Carlson, probably Title Tuesday. Of course, it's Title Tuesday. I had no idea why it's Title Tuesday. It's still games in here if we made a filter. I don't understand this. C5. What do we have to play here? You can see we have some choice. It's like A3, bishop D2, and queen G4, for example. Also, let me add, I have Stockfish. I'm using Chessify, usually. But, okay, let me show you. Chessify, it's like some service, some very far away, and it's not for free, but you can just see engine much faster than if I will just use engine like a Stockfish 17. So that's much better for analyze. Just a second. Look, somebody already analyzed this, and deep 74 A3 0.52. So you could create by yourself the file like this games, and you can just put the moves on there, then save that. Everything what you need you can do. Okay, so I connect server. You can see it here on the left. On the right, we can just make this much more slower. We don't need all that information, by the way. Also, like this one. So no, this one we need. This one we need. So a3 or bishop d2. Yeah. By the engine, we can see a3. It's much more valuable move here, and the favorite of engine is a3. So we're just gonna play a3. He has to take on c3, I guess, if they will play. When you analyze, you have to analyze every move which could happen. Yeah, so bishop a5 or bishop c3. It's two moves here. Like bishop c3 is probably the most popular one, but if bishop a5, we still have to know what to do and what we have to do. So we can see some top GMs like Firuja, Vidit, and Leka play the b4. So probably they knew something, yeah? When they play b4, they already analyzed. But we always recheck it with our engine too. And if it works very nice, yeah, but if we, for example, had 3 lines and all of them like similar, we can create something like new, like bishop d2. You could see some play like. So let's see b4. Okay, what next? So if cb, which we have to analyze why he can't take a cb, because like for me, for example, but probably for you too, need to know why we can take there. So it's because of knight b5, and he can't stop the knight d6. So we just sacrifice the pawn, and if knight c6, it's a little bit slower because I have a lot of things open right now. I'm streaming, chess base, I'm also analyze, so too many that take a lot of memory. So that's a little bit slower than if I just will turn off everything. So bishop d2 first, yeah, and we can see next move I will just probably take. It actually was a game. Again, probably it's something like a Title Tuesday. Of course, that was Title Tuesday. Oh, Bonus Thomas played that. I play against him many times. So if b3 is just cb, gonna be okay. Yeah, if a ba, it's just rook a3. Could be enough. Forget, just good position. I mean, for me, it's enough. I see that this position is much better. Usually we need to still analyze a little bit deeper, like for example, see what's gonna be after bishop c7, which I gonna stop knight d6. Probably rook g3 or queen g4. Yeah, queen g4. Rook g3 actually not good because I allow to knight f5 in some lines, so it's queen g4. King f8, for example. Now rook g3, we can see just +2. g6, again, this +2, which is hard to win. Yeah, queen f4. Why we play queen f4? To play h4, I guess. Yeah. I think, yeah. Can he play f5? So, we see the ideas, and then you will know that, oh, queen f4 will be best, and you will focus during the game on that queen f4 moves, yeah? Then h4, h5, yeah, okay, that's... All right, we got this one if cb is not good. Okay, CB is just losing move. So, CD. Okay, CD is more interesting because probably here we have two moves. By Stockfish 17 of Deep 61, it's a Queen G4. When we could see Nakamura playing a B5, we could see Firuja Grishuk Dominguez play the Queen G4 here. And we could see many games actually. Quick. Wait, 2014 we can see games, 2013. So it's actually kind of popular line. I'm surprised of, by the way. Firuja played. It was some rapid tournament. He played a Queen G4 also against Aronian. Idea of Queen G4 is simple. Just take on G7. If you take knight, I would take on G7 and win the rook. Also, here Carlsen played it. It's a classical even. Carlsen played it in classical chess. He played this line in classical chess in 2018. He played a King of Fate, which is best move. Okay, but we have to check two of them. 97. Okay, who don't understand what's going on? Just in chat. Or do you interested in like this or no? Like way of this when we working at chess, or you are too lazy to do it with me too, or not interested at all working at chess, or is good? What do you think? We just taken BA. Yeah. For analyze, I actually spent some money, but it's fine. DC must take. Okay, now we could see it's two bishops advantage position is open, and by material we're gonna equalize this with taking on G7. Queen G7, Rook G8. Probably Queen H7 has to be taken. What else could be? And Knight to C6. Also Queen C7 move need to analyze. We could see some games being played in 2020 and Draken played in Title Tuesday. It's a French opening, that's why. Queen C7, for example. Then Knight F3. Logical. Some moves we have to make by not just watching on analyze, just by ourselves, to see like not engine move, like human move. What we gonna do then? Because I understand it's close to be winning, but still we have to know how to finish it. Yeah. So bishop f4. Which move, for example, here to play? I don't know. I don't understand why we can't simply take it, and or why we didn't take it earlier. But for example, just Queen e5. Oh, when we remove the queen, we have to use our initiative and play knight g5. Okay, knight g5 is not obvious, by the way. Okay, that's very interesting moment. Knight g5 is definitely not the one of them, which is you really want to play immediately, because after knight g5, rook f8, you have to follow by bishop e2, and if knight d4, it's probably something here which is. Oh, wait, what I'm doing? I'm stupid. Queen hold this. But still, actually, it's knight f7. Yeah, knight f7 wins. Okay, my bad. I forgot the queen defend the pawn c2. But what if we include queen a4 with same idea? And then wants to play knight d4. In this case, I think it must be bishop e3. Yeah, because we stop at knight d and knight d4. And again, if knight d4 right now, it has to be just a take, I guess. Take doesn't work, by the way. Take, it's no checks there. It's simple bishop d3. And if this one include rook b1 first, threaten bishop b5, and if bishop d7, we just simply make castle. And all this stuff like long castle, we don't care because of just knight f7 takes. So, okay. If bishop d7, instead we just play an a6. And we could see was a game between Firuja and Shimanov. And if a b6, then bishop g3 to block the rook, and then remove the bishop and make something castle like something like knight f5. We blunder rook on g8. So let's go back and do something more logical. It's a king f8. Okay, after king f8, we could see the game was between many actually players played it, but I remember this game. I watched that against Carlsen game. I remember this game. I just watched this game live. Knight b5, and Carlsen played bishop c7, and he was completely losing it. If I remember this correctly, he just was completely losing. Okay, best move here is a bishop b6, but Carlsen played bishop c7. Yeah, queen d4. On the game was knight c6, queen c5, knight e7. Yeah, queen c5, knight g7 has to be played because no else moves we have. Knight takes c7, queen takes c7. So position just +1 on the board. Knight f3, which he played just fine. Then b6. And here, I think if I played white, I play queen c3. I don't know why he played at queen d6. Really. Just he played queen d6 on the game. Why not queen c3? I guess he just carried move like a d4, I guess. Which actually is logical to carry it about. But here he could play like a queen c4. And then followed by bishop e2 next. Like knight g6, bishop e2. But again, it's hard to go through this game to this position. Because knight attacking e5 pawn. And he played against Magnus. That's why he probably carried and didn't play this. But bishop b2 is logical and goes through the endgame. Yeah, now I want to just take. Okay, why just much better? I mean, queen d7, just bishop b2, take everything, queen d4. So 2 bishops advantage, and just very bad position. Knight c6. I thought bishop b2, but Angel said bishop c3. Oh my god, bishop. You know why bishop c3? It's because to just play castle on king b2. When bishop on b2, you can't play king b2. Oh, that's too smart. I love it. What happened on the game? Just play queen d6. ed, then just goes to the endgame. And somehow then they drew, but I think in the moment even he could win the game. That was just a mess on the board. And that, oh yeah, that get this position. Oh my god. That's so. Wait. Let me show you. It was queen d6. Yeah, just take. I remember this moment. Damn it. I remember this game. He was completely winning. Magnus just messed up. Magnus was winning and he blundered. And guy just somehow messed it up that hardly. Knight d4. Long castle. e5. Rook takes d4. ed. Two bishops and pawn on d6. But it's very complicated position. Take rook e1, so white already much worse. g5, bishop g3 must be played, rook d8 is fine. Position is very it's complicated, but much better, of course, for black. Rook e7, h5, just because of upper material. And then he made just some stupid mistake. I remember this. Just he was completely already winning on the moment. Bishop f4, bishop f5, wants to play rook h7, takes on a7. Yeah, he could play rook c8 here in rook h7, but rook h7 more like, I mean, human move. Rook c7, bishop d7, bishop c6. He played h3. Pawn closer to be promoted. And just play rook g7. Wait, he wasn't losing? Wait, this wasn't not this game? Or it will happen later? I was thinking he just was... Wait, that was something like he was completely losing. In the end, maybe. Thank you, manager, for your raid. Rook e6. Rook f3. King g6. Bishop f4. Rook c6. d3. No, that was that game. Wait, it has to be here somewhere. F5. It has to be like a +2. I remember that's Magnus messed up, I guess. Maybe or I'm just so wrong, and I'm just thinking about different game, or is this game when he just will accept the draw in the very good position close to winning, or I just don't remember this correctly. Probably second. Probably I don't remember this correctly. King b2. d3. Okay, yeah. I was probably not this game. Damn. Yeah, not this game. Yeah, they just drew. Okay. Yeah, not this one. Okay. So, but he had much better position before he played Queen D6. But again, that was even classical chess, and instead of just logical Queen C3, he played just Queen D6. Magnus effect, we can say that. That's a Bishop C7, and that's how we have to react that. But also, they could play Bishop B6, which is main move here. And against Bishop B6, we have to play Knight F3. We can see much more game here. Games Knight F3, Knight to C6. What we're gonna do here, we could see Firouzja play Bishop B2. Also, we have Queen F4 move. But you can see top 3 lines. First one, it's give us advantage. Second, equalize game. Third one gives already black's advantage. So it's very sharp position and complicated. But Bishop B2 is very logical decision. We just attacks the pawn on D4 and we'll try just take that. We down pawn. Down a pawn. F6. Who is the exclamation mark? F6. That's some like theory. We can see it's September 26th, Aronian beat Vidit, but Firouzja beat Aronian September 30. So he already made a preparation for 4 days. That's last year, by the way. That's yeah, Julius Bayern Cup. Okay, that's rapid tournament. That Knight C, Knight E5. Then Knight E5 FE. Okay, what a mess on the board. I remember that's against Firouzja game, I guess. 96 has to be played. Bishop takes e6 must take. Queen e6 also has to happen. And then queen to f6. Otherwise, we just completely lose it. And somebody... No, nobody played that queen e7 stuff. Queen f6. So... we have to take... We also can take on e5, but it's allowed queen f2, king d1, knight f6, then check, take. Now we don't need it. So queen takes f6. If knight takes f6, then long castle. And it's obvious, like a white much more better. So gf. I want to say f4 maybe. But also c4. So 2 moves here, c4 and f4. Actually, Stockfish would like to say it's around to be equal in the very, very deep calculation and analyzing. Firouzja played the c4 against Aronian. And after 97, was happened cd 95. How is that? This position is not that bad. Looking for me, it's enough. Then when you just see this and look like this, you just create a file. So then you just save it and you can repeat it a couple times. Rook d1 is better. It makes sense actually. Rook d1 is better because if you make a long castle, pawn on f2 will be weak. So that's why we have to play rook d1. And now black has to play only knight c7. Not knight f4. What? Okay, why knight c7 is that good? Because it stopped. Oh, yes, control almost every important square from c7. Damn it, this is so bad position for black. I don't like this position for black. I mean, it looks terrible. I mean, position is open. We have more pawn islands here. And white didn't do anything bad. They have two bishops. And this is terrible. I can't recommend to you to play this garbage. That's really bad position. I mean, yeah, maybe you will make a draw, but damn it. It's very less chance to make this. Yeah, just need to find just knight c7, which is not easy to find. Because you have a 4 square. But okay, knight c7 is possible you will play this. But you have to, after a4, allow to play also a5. Okay, let's give time to think, because I like g3, bishop g2. So if you probably I play for white, I could play g3. But again, g3 can d7 then a5. It's not that easy to win, by the way. I want to just say it's a game for two results. We will win or it's gonna be draw. If we will lose, we just garbage. That's why we will lose. It's move number 18, but everything was forced. So moves like this, variation like this, we have to analyze deeper. Because everything what was behind of this, that was forced. So we have to analyze this deeper. And here we have to decide in which of position we will go. We can play with slight advantage. It's a bishop d3, bishop e4, and castle. Or we would like to just do something forced, like a4, a5, or we can play g3, which is allowed the king e7, bishop g2, a5. If rook b8, just castle then. And still, like, I don't understand how we can win this. I mean, he will play like put on d4, like knight or bishop, and what are we gonna do next? Engine just said play an h4 and king h2 and probably will play a4. This is his idea. If put something on d4, oh, I can't even do this right now because taken f4. That's why we have to put rook on c8, yeah? And try to play rook c2. But then bishop e2, yeah. Well, I mean bishop e4. Control this diagonal. Okay, position is not easy. Much better for white, but still some complications we had. Interesting. There was f6, also 97 possible. And we just have to know what to do in all of these moves, like 97 or even knight h6, which is kind of could happen on the board because it's move with attack and we have to just know what to do it here. But it's just bishop d3. Of course, much better position for white, but you could see that two games happened. And one of them was h6 move. Wow. I think it's bad move. He wants to play g5, but I think it's already close to be losing. That was classical game, by the way, and it's like a +2 engine set. But game finish draw. So why just didn't find the best continuations here, which is h5. Rook h3 I don't like, by the way. If I played a white, I probably play g4 or h5. h5 I very like it. So if a6, we have g4. Yeah, no, come on. It's just completely winning. It's so bad position. So bad. Queen f8, knight d4. everything just watching on the king on g8. But how many positions like this I lost to Hikaru? Damn it. Billion. Not even million. Billion. Because somewhere he will play f5 and I will lose. Why we can play f6 here? Oh my god, it's ef and fg. What am I talking about? ef, gf. I'm stupid. It's bishop g6, actually. Queen e7. It becomes too complicated. We have to sacrifice knight. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. This is one of this position when, okay, we are winning, but how we can win, I don't know. That's Cole's technique, which I'm not in my best, actually. A6 more logical. Can we play g4 right now? Nah, because knight h4 will be. So we have to take on f5, and if will be ab, then moving back. If ef, then we will play knight d6. Okay, that's interesting. We're not taking the pawn. We want to take a bishop. Okay. So moving like was one game. Played at bishop c7. Everything was taken. Bishop g4. But if this one, we just take and long castle. That's important. g5, queen g2. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. 97. Still not an easy position. I mean, he wants to play h5, knight g6. It's definitely not a simple position. That's why a lot of draws we can see. Oh, Lekha Dubov. You can see the game. Lekha play queen g3, but need to play queen f4 instead. Yeah, this very complicated position. Damn it, I hate French. Knight g6. Okay, we still not found actually what to play because we spent more than 1 hour and we analyzed only like couple lines. Knight c6. Need to play. Logical, by the way. And today it works too slow, by the way. Okay, endgame will be better. Dominguez played one game. If BC, then queen g3. Yeah, I like a5. Try to open file. Then probably bishop d3. Attacking the knight on g6. All right. That was actually one of the very rare lines. It's a bishop a5. It's definitely not the main move. It's gonna be Blitz format. That's what what we are doing. We just makes preparation now. That was bishop a5. Instead of bishop a5, main move is bishop takes c3, of course. bc. And here we are. So is 97, it's a main move. I played with black a couple times, queen a5 move, and then queen a4. Long time ago. Interesting. Gonna be my game here. I don't remember which year I played. Wait, I definitely played this in classical chess. No. But I did play. I mean, I played it. Why didn't I have a game? Iragaisi played it many times. Against Nepomniachtchi. Against Caruana. I don't know how to zoom it. Really, I have no idea. I just can full screen only. I can zoom it. I can. ChessBay we can't do it. I thought we can do like this, but this. Then I need this stuff. So. Okay, bishop d2 needs to play. It's only one move here, and queen a4. That's ideal. So queen on a4 blocked a4 move, and we'll be focusing on c2. If not, the queen a4 do something else. Just queen g4. Like let me show you knight e7 for example. Why I didn't have my game? I play this. I play this for black. For sure. I mean, I remember that. Yeah, then queen g4, king f8. So if not the king f8, and instead of king f8 playing something like a g6 here, then a4. So white will not have any problems. So just playing like a knight f3, and it's it. So if playing even king f8 here, we still probably can play a4, and Stockfish play queen d1. Crazy. And then h4, h5. Sacrifice the pawn. It's a crazy line what it showed. Bishop d3, queen a4, knight h3, c4, just sacrifice pawn. Now a4. Why not a4? I don't understand. So we just stop all counter attack on the queen side. So we just will push on the king side. That's it. We can see one game was 2016. Of course, white won. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like black doesn't have anything, just nothing. Just go and play h4 and that's it. So has to play queen a4 if you play this line. And I remember the line was queen g4, queen d1, also queen b1. That's what I remember. Queen b1 and queen g4, queen d1 back. If queen b1, we wants to trade it. I mean, just wants to play bishop b5, honestly. C4 needs to play. And now h4. Why I still don't have a game? I played this for black once. Naroditsky game, 2017. Naroditsky lost. Maybe I played the rapid actually. In a rapid. H4. Knight C6. H5 main move. Okay, here is we have a lot of actually moves. And we could see actually many games Black's won. Like in some moment White tried to push hard and like 05 it's of course White bats up, but complicated, very complicated position. Rook H3 is good. H5 also. What to play here? I don't know. Every move it's different idea, I guess. We can put the pieces like play H5, then play G3. Or we can play G3 right now, or Rook H3. I like Rook H3. Yeah, the point is Bishop D7, Rook G3, G6, Rook F3. Then Knight H3 and G4. And if I play Knight D7, no, then we are already much worse for the second. Like this. So Knight E7. So we need to Knight on G8. We don't need Knight on E7. Which is hard to actually understand. Also, it's move Queen B1. Maybe we needed to play Queen G4, Queen D1. I don't know. Also, we have H4 here. Caruana, Karyakin, we can see Aronia, Nepomniachtchi play this. H4 move here. Knight E7. Also Knight C6, yeah? For example, Knight E7. Rook B1. Many players played H5 with very good results, but Ivanchuk beat Sutovsky. Ivanchuk doesn't care. Oh, White had terrible position. Just didn't get anything. Yeah, just everything just so bad. Yeah, Rook B1, I like Rook B1. H5, H6 idea, I don't like, but Rook B1. Not many games. And if Knight C6 right now, then what we gonna play? Queen C1. Okay, congratulations, guys. We probably will create novelty here. It's queen c1. Because I don't see any games on this move. So we today create novelty. In the French, we create new line. It's a queen to c1. Simple, not simple idea, but we defend the pawn, and if takes, it's a bishop to b5, queen e5, and now taken cd, and we just win in position. So probably has to happen like something like a c4. And we transferred from something else. And then the game was knight f3, but we're not interested in knight f3. We're gonna play h5. And again, new position. Which has never happened before. Okay, if allowed to h6, we can just resign. So have to play h6 by themselves. And rook h3, I guess. That's what we're gonna do. And what we tried to do. Needs to play b6, because in this case, we transfer to somewhere. Oh, that's actually a game in European individual. Swain Frederick play against Ufa. b6. But that was different. That was different. That was different position. It's transferred from that position. So yeah, we just had the rook f3 on the game was bishop d7. But if I'm not wrong, Swain made mistakes during the game, and actually Ufa equalized the game. So he just lost that in couple moves, but he was equalized the game. So why didn't show the best, actually? He could play g4 instead of g3. Rook f8 need to play. What else? Needs to play rook f8. And and bishop h3. So f6, f5 doesn't work because we take, and then we'll take on h6. So need to play castle. Yeah, we're just creating weapon against French. That's what we're gonna play. g5 now, or 92. I think g5. Need to take. If you not take, then what we can do? We can play knight g8 maybe, but then just take and 92, I guess. So needs take. Gonna play 92 next. So we have to remove from the pinned rook. So 92 next. So white next moves, it's a king d2, rook a1, and then we unpinned our queen, and we will play like queen g1 or queen h1. So what white will do, it's maybe even knight g8 to idea f6. Actually, very strong idea. And stops like h6 moves. Here we need to play knight f4, which is not a simple move. Idea if f6, it's a knight g6, and that's a pin. So we don't care about this bishop. Need to play king e2. Oh my god. This is crazy. King e2. Wow. Okay, I think that's enough for today. As interesting stuff. We just analyze. Look, not that much, but that was interesting. You have to understand that in our scores we had much more in the Kings Indian defense like that. That's how many moves, how many hours we spent for that. I don't know what's status right now. That I know the done work of that, and how and when it's gonna be done, I don't know. But I think you would like it. Okay, let's back to the chess.com. I hope you like that session. This one was awesome. I hope you learned something new today.